What is up, guys? So I want to talk about the last couple days of training. So right now I'm benching 3 days a week. I'll get right into it. Doing a lot of volume. Basically, every time I bench, I do 7 sets of barbell bench, 3 days per week, and then I'm doing some accessories afterward. Some days that's dips. Some days that is dumbbell bench. So yesterday I did 7 sets of 5 with 248 pounds, 112.5 kilos. But every day it's 7 sets of bench. So Monday 7 sets of bench, Wednesday 7 sets of bench, and then Friday 7 sets of bench. The rep scheme can vary, but it's always 7 sets of barbell bench. I find I can knock that out in about 30 minutes. So that's a good time frame because I have to be efficient now. You know, running the gym, training clients one-on-one here at the gym, my online guys, taking care of all this, getting my runs in. Like, I have to make these sessions efficient. So I make them very efficient, 30-minute barbell bench session, and then the accessories might take me 15, 20 minutes. But afterward, I did 4 sets of 8, paused on dumbbell bench with the 100-pound dumbbells. So that's like an idea of my bench workouts, and I'll show some footage here of last week's bench workouts. Triples at 275, and right now bench is about 325. I'd like to make a push for 342. 342, 155 kg would be awesome. That's where I want to be at on bench. If I can hold there while running, I'd be ecstatic. And obviously, I'd eventually like to push back into the 353, 364 range. But running has impacted my upper body strength more than anything. Deadlift has held up pretty dang strong. So the lower body and back strength holds up really well. But I found upper body strength takes more of a hit. I'm the leanest I've been by far in at least a decade. The lightest I've been since high school. So basically half my lifetime ago. That's the last time I weighed this little. I am 209 pounds now, 95 kilos. And I can't believe it. I feel amazing. My sleep quality has never been better. Never. I sleep like a baby. It's incredible. I sleep so good. I just wake up, feel great, get tons of REM sleep. Sleep apnea is gone. Body fat's super low. I mean, I want to get a DEXA scan at some point here. And I think I'm around, like being a realistic body fat, like accurate, I think I'm like 9%. But I think I can get to 7%. I think I can get down to about 6-7% and maintain. Because I want to get as much body fat off as possible to make me as fast as possible running wise. And, you know, everything's just coming together. Like, you know, I got to be honest, guys. Last week I was struggling big time mentally. Last week I was kind of in a depression. I was having a rough week. I was just really in a bad place. And this week, things have been looking up so much better. I'm feeling so much better overall. But everybody goes through these things. Like, I want you guys to know, even for myself, I go through weeks where I am not in the best mental health. Where I just feel like I'm behind in life. I'm failing at life. I'm not where I need to be. We all have those feelings. So I can relate to you guys who are struggling because I even have weeks myself where I'm like, I'm not doing well enough. I'm not where I need to be. I'm not where I should be in life. And I'm going to be honest about that. So we all have the mental battles. But there's peaks and valleys in life. That's what it's about. You know, there might be a terrible week and then there might be a good week. And it's part of the game. It's part of the deal. You know, I just look up, you know, as far as my faith in God, I got to lean into God more, pray to God about it. Lean into him and trust that he will bring me down the right path. You know, he's going to put me through tests. I'm open about my faith. I'm not going to hide it. You know, he's going to put me through tests, and that's part of life. But I got to keep pushing, and so I get that. But getting back to training-wise, I'm going to get right to it. Yesterday, smashed a triple bodyweight deadlift, 633 pounds, 287.5 kg. Maybe had 5 more kilos in the tank. Smashed it. So that's actually a higher coefficient deadlift than what I hit at the meet. The 705 at 236 hitched was lower as far as the strength to body weight ratio than this was because this was over triple body weight. 633 at 209 is over triple body weight. and there was no hitch on this one. So I'm pretty freaking happy with that. Now, I did have a lot of back pain yesterday. My discs, I've been open about this too. My L4, L5 disc on the right side is destroyed. So I've got a herniated disc on that right side, L4, L5, in the low back. And it comes and goes. It can be good for a while, and then it can get really flared up. Right now, it's just really flared up. So I was able to get through the single, but then I couldn't get through the back downs. Like the back downs, I did like 2 reps, and they were flying. Felt like nothing, empty weight on the bar. But there was no way I was going to get through them. And the pain was coming at the top of the lift as opposed to at the bottom. So normally the disc pain will be where I have no power off the floor, no speed. It's right at the bottom of the pole. This was like at the lockout. Once I cleared my knees, I got this sharp pain in my back. I wasn't able to push through. So I'm just going to give it another week. I'm going to do what I can. I've been doing, you're going to see here coming up, I did some Nordic hamstring curls, which just blast my hamstrings. And often make it to where I wake up in the middle of the night, with a hamstring cramp, which is awesome. Like I'll be dead asleep and I wake up and my hamstring's like locking up on me. I did those. I did some pull-ups here as well that I'm going to show, which I got 7 reps with 55-pound plate. That's the most I've done. So being lighter definitely helps pull-ups. I'll take 7 reps at 55 pounds. That is very nice. Pull-ups are coming along, Nordic hamstring curls. I'm just kind of doing things that don't involve the low back as much. I'm going to do split squats today with 100-pound dumbbells. And then hopefully later in the week I'll do some back extensions and see how those feel on the low back. So I'm just mixing it really, up quite a bit with the training, trying to hit the accessories as much as possible. And then when I can get back to the deadlift volume, I'm thinking 650 is about to fall. I wouldn't be surprised. I might have 650 right now. It might be there. But it'd be cool to keep pushing deadlift as high as possible while leaning out and running. It's cool that I'm like leaning out, running, and still have a pretty massive deadlift. That's fun. That's been surprising that it's held up this well. But I think a lot of that comes down to the test levels. Testosterone levels have rebounded quite well. Wouldn't be surprised if I'm in the upper 500 range now. And I think that's helping me keep a ton of this strength while doing these intense runs. The goal, like we've talked about, the main goal right now, a sub 1 hour, 40-minute half marathon, 13.1 miles in November at my hometown race, the Secret City Half Marathon here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. That is a 7:37 pace I will need to maintain. And to do that, I'm going to need to be around 200 pounds and have like no body fat, to be honest. Because I hold quite a bit of muscle, I'm still going to be heavier than most guys. So I got to get the body fat as low as I can to get the speed up, because I'm walking around with quite a bit of muscle for a runner. Now, yesterday was a heck of a workout. My coach, Chris Jones, he programmed out. I had 6-minute repeats, four rounds of 6-minute repeats. So we did a warm-up, 1 mile warm-up at a 9:19 pace. And then I would basically run for a 6 minutes at a faster pace. So the first 6 minutes was a 7:52 pace. The second was an 8-minute pace. That was a little more of a hilly section of the course. 7:53 pace for the third 6-minute frame, and then 8:04 for the last one. So pretty good, right around 8 minutes on all of them. Kind of what I was going for, 7.5 miles per hour. Overall, with the 4-minute cool down, so we would do 6 minutes fast, 4-minute cool down. Overall, the pace was 8:43 for the overall run, 6.37 miles. So I'm really just trying to build up the speed with the intervals, and then I do a couple easy runs during the week, and then long run. The long run the other day was 9 miles. This was Saturday. So I did 9 miles on a very hilly course. The toughest course here in Oak Ridge, hilly course. Hour 23 minutes, 9 miles, 9:17 pace. And that was in 84-degree heat. But I'm definitely heat acclimating. The heat used to kill me. Like, it would just absolutely, I mentally would break from the heat. Whereas now, the heat doesn't seem to bother me. I can kind of push through it. I don't even notice it. I notice it, but it doesn't bother me. I'm just, like, used to the heat. So I'm definitely getting heat acclimated after a month and a half here of training in the heat. Because May up through mid-September is pretty hot in Tennessee. Now, it hasn't been quite as hot as it normally is, so I expect it to really pick up in July and August. But so far, so good. I'm getting in better shape. I feel noticeably faster. The shin splints seem to be getting better as well. I feel like they're going away. So that's been a pleasant surprise to where they're not as nagging and awful as they were before. So this is all in all, my fitness is improving tremendously. I'm still at a 50 VO2 max, which is a little aggravating because I'm right on the edge of 51, and I keep waiting for it to go up to 51, but I just haven't quite moved the needle enough to get it there yet. So I'm making a push. I'm getting way faster. I feel way better, but it's going to take some time to get to that next point. But that's kind of a training update. Really happy with how things are going. And if you guys like the video, comment, subscribe, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Check out my sponsor, Barbell Apparel. Thank you so much.